This is so good. It's like this creamy milk chocolatey. It's amazing. I was next to my cousin before I jumped into the pool and she said, "You smell amazing." And I said, "I know." Honestly though, I don't even want to spray because I don't want to waste it. But Belayered, if you're watching this, please send me a sample, please. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new here. My name is Maria, or it's MJ here on YouTube. And in today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, I'll be talking about Belayered or Layered. They are a fairly new company. Before I start though, I want to mention that none of these products were sent to me. This is my own personal opinion and all of these were bought with my own money. The company has no idea that I'm even making this video. If they want to give me free stuff, I'm here for it though, because also if you are new to this company like I am myself, it is also a fairly new company and they are known for making dupes or inspirations of very expensive niche and designer fragrances at an affordable pricing. They also have their own creations that I'll be talking about here, and they also have one note fragrances that you can layer, aka layer, with other fragrances that you can either spice up your own perfumes, tone them down, or add little notes here and there that you would like to smell in your own personal fragrance, aka make your own perfume, and just add more depth into them. But in today's video, we'll be talking about 4 perfumes. I do have a couple of more. I have more, but I won't be talking about them in today's video. So the ones that I won't be talking about are Dark Temptation, one of my favorites. I have My Sweet Dark Fantasy. I have Vanilla Dream. I have Gelato, and I have one of my other favorites, and this is Mia's Blend. I'll be talking about these in another video just because I talk a lot and I don't want to bore you guys, and I like to be pretty descriptive in my perfume videos just because I like to evoke an image, give you guys the feelings and emotions, and just essentially paint a picture. So in today's video, we'll be talking about, this is one of their original blends, but I think can be a dupe for another perfume, but we'll get into that. This is First Kiss. This is a inspiration and dupe for a very expensive niche fragrance, which is Parfums de Marly Delina. And this is also another inspiration, and this is Love Potion, and this is an inspiration or dupe for Carolina Herrera Good Girl. I actually have that perfume. I have the lighter version, but we'll get into that like I said. And I have a tester or sample of one of their one-note fragrances, and it is Geneva Chocolate. I love this so good. It's so good. Also, if you click this video just to hear about one particular fragrance, I will have a timestamp of all the fragrances that I'll be talking about in today's video down in the description box below. So make sure to check that out if you are only here for one particular fragrance and you don't want to hear me ramble on about others that you do not care for. So let's get on to today's video. I'm gonna start off with, because this is one of the first ones that I received, and by the way, this is the packaging. So the same as Alexandria Fragrances, comes with a wooden top. So I'm not gonna lie, I bought this one frankly because of the name. I know that some people don't like the name. It comes off as trashy or whatever. I think it's an interesting icebreaker conversation if someone asks you what are you wearing and you're just like I don't know, it's funny to me. Bought it frankly because of the name and the description. That's another thing they do. Alexandria Fragrances and Belayered, they do really good descriptions that it just captivates you, and it's just like, I want that, I need it, add to cart kind of deal, because their descriptions, it's hilarious. So from the name alone, I know that a lot of you, at least myself, I expected this to be spicy yet also gourmand-ish, but it actually is not at all. When you first spray this on, it is citrusy and even a little bit spicy, but not the type of spicy that you expect. It's more of like a ginger mandarin kind of spicy. That is what I get from that opening smell. Yes, it is crisp, it's bright. I actually can see this being someone's signature smell or wearing this every day. I've seen some reviews, people say that this is like a evening kind of wear. I actually think it's more of a morning, afternoon kind of wear because it's crisp, it's bright, and it's a very happy fragrance. So once this dries down, like I said, it begins citrusy and spicy, like a ginger spicy. But once this dries down on the skin, to me, this is the best description that I can give it, and I stand by this. It reminds me of an orange creamsicle. So it dries down on my skin, citrusy, so that mandarin note is very prominent, but it softens up and it just becomes more creamy. I have a quick little story about this. So when I first sprayed this, I was super excited to spray it, and at initial I was like, okay, this is not what I expected, like I said. But once it dried down, I was obsessed with the smell. I was like, this is different, I like it. But I told my friend, I was like, this literally just reminds me of an orange creamsicle. It's creamy, but there's still that orange zest in it, which I like. So I was like, I'm interested to see what's in this. So I looked it up on Fragrantica, and a lot of the people were saying that it reminds them of Paco Rabanne Olympia. I've never smelled that fragrance, but if you're familiar with Fragrantica, if you scroll down, it tells you this reminds me of so and so, and a list of perfumes that other people are saying that that particular fragrance reminds them of. So Paco Rabanne Olympia was like, the picture was at the bottom. I ignored it, whatever. A week goes by and I'm watching perfume videos on YouTube. Watch a lot of perfume videos, by the way. So it was this random girl perfume collection, and I just had her in the background as I was cleaning my room, and she got to a particular perfume and she said, this reminds me of orange creamsicle. And I said, huh? So I stopped what I was doing, I rewind the video, and she was showing Paco Rabanne Olympia reminds her of an orange creamsicle, and I said, that bottle looks so familiar, I've seen this before. So I looked up on Fragrantica because this reminds me of an orange creamsicle, and Paco Rabanne Olympia was listed there, and I was like, what? Never smelled Paco Rabanne Olympia, and this is one of their original blends, but if you have Paco Rabanne, it probably smells like this. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If you own that perfume, you should probably check this one out, especially if it's more affordable. So now we're gonna move on to another one of my favorites. I was so excited to get it, and I'm so happy that I have it. So this is First Kiss, and this is an inspiration or dupe for Parfums de Marly Delina. Now I know Delina is very expensive. I've never smelled Delina, but I've heard reviews, I watch reviews. A lot of people that do own Delina say that this is 90 to 95% that. Delina retails for $305 for a 2.5 ounce. This is a 55 ml, which retails for $54, but Belayered always has discounts. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but YouTubers usually have like promo codes, or if you join like their Facebook group, and they send you codes like all the time. So there's always a 10%, 15%, etc. code, which I used for this. So there's always codes out there, so it's technically a little bit less than $54. It pretty much deducts the shipping cost. Oh my god, this is good. This is beautiful. So let me spray it so I can give you guys a detailed description. Okay, so this is crisp, this is bright. These are both crisp and bright in my opinion, but this is a different kind of crisp. This one smells citrusy and mandarin. This is different. It's just different. To me, it smells like a different kind of fruit that I get in that initial spray. I get like a lychee. Actually, let me look up if there's lychee in this, because hold on, let me get another before I'm wrong. This is so good. Okay, I smell this floral lychee vibe that in that initial spray. I'm gonna look up real quick what is in it because I'm interested to know what is that, where I'm getting that brightness from. Okay, so there's rhubarb. I'm probably getting that brightness, that crispiness. There's rhubarb, there's lychee. There's lychee. I just have found my gift. My god. Like, I really did. I'm good. Okay, so let me move on because interesting. This is different. So this to me smells like a very well put together, beautiful woman, young lady in a bottle. This is, I think that it deserves all the hype that it's getting. It's floral, but it's bright. This is, once again, it's also very classy. I actually wore this to church yesterday, so I sprayed it on around 9 a.m. and then after that we went to a family member's house, whatever, blah blah blah. I went to the pool around 6 something p.m. and I was next to my cousin before I jumped into the pool, and she said, "You smell amazing." And I said, "I know." She was like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's about that company that I was telling you about, that they make really good perfumes." I was like, "I'm wearing it today so I can talk about it in tomorrow's video." So she was like, "Yeah, you smell so good. I'm gonna need that perfume." I was like, "I got you, girl." So we went into the pool, and when I got out of the pool, whatever, blah, blah, I went home later and I took a shower. I was taking a shower and it was like the vapor in the bathroom. I can smell myself clearly. The power on this is absolutely amazing. By the way, most of the fragrances, this one too, this takes me through my 8-hour shift and more. I still smell it on myself the following day, like just the residue of it. It's crazy. Everything about it. Both of these are really good, affordable, and they just last forever on the skin. I want to say that fuck a little bit more in your face because of the mandarin, but this one is a very distinct smell. Also, when I sprayed it on in the morning, I sprayed it on in my room. I went to the bathroom. When I came back, I could still smell this in the room. This is one of those that you spray and it just lingers on forever. This one to me is also sweet. It's not like sickeningly sweet or like gourmand in any particular way. To me, this is a perfect blend of sweetness and tartness, but not tart in a bad way. Like, it doesn't smell sour. I don't have anything like this in my collection. This is such a unique smell. Like I said, I don't own Delina, but even if this does not smell like Delina, even though according to reviews it does, this alone is absolutely amazing. Like, I'm so happy to have this in my collection. Okay, so now let's move on to another inspiration or dupe, and this is Love Potion, and this is inspired to be a dupe for Carolina Herrera Good Girl. I actually have Carolina Herrera's lighter version, but I have tried the original, just Good Girl one, and to me they both smell the same. It's just this one goes on a little bit lighter in the opening, but once it dries down, I think they both smell the same. So I actually have just a quick story. Of course I have a story, right? But before I begin, let me just talk about the pricing real quick. So this is the 10 ml. This is how it looks. Okay, honestly, I'm no longer gonna buy the 10 ml. From now on, I'm only gonna buy the 55 ml. I've tried enough of their fragrances to know that I like this company, and yeah, so I'll leave it at that. But 55 ml runs for $53.95 and 10 ml run for $24.95. I think just go for it. The price difference is not that much, but you get a lot more juice, a lot more product with the bigger version than this. Another suggestion that I have is, I know that they have the name of it inside. I don't like that you have to take it out of the tube to find out what it is. I think that they should find some sort of way to have the name of the perfume that's inside on the outside. But that's just me, and that's my 2 cents towards that. I got this and I tried it on in the kitchen. So I sprayed it on, whatever, and I was like, yeah, this smells like Carolina Herrera Good Girl. So I went to my room And my mom came into the kitchen short after. Now, my mom is not as crazy as I am when it comes to perfume. She owns 2 or 3. She doesn't know particular notes. She just knows that something smells good and that's it. So I went to the room, blah, blah, blah. My mom came into the kitchen short after. So she asked my brother and she was like, wow, the kitchen smells so good. Was Maria just in here? That's not to say that, oh my god, I smell so good. She just knows that I'm an oversprayer and she knows that I'm always spraying perfumes and testing them out, whatever. So I come out of the room and I tell her, smell my wrist. She's smelling it and she was like, I know that perfume. She was like, is that my perfume? Because this is hers. And I was like, no, but it's a dupe for it. So that tells you a lot, because my mom, like I said, is not into fragrances. She doesn't know the difference, but she literally thought that it was this one. So I was shook. I was like, oh my god. But if you've never smelled good, girl, and you're just interested in Love Potion, this to me is sweet, it's seductive, it's alluring, and it's also citrusy. Some people say that it's warm. I don't smell warm. I smell citrusy, sweet, seductive fragrance. I think that this is a perfect night fragrance. I would even wear this during the day depending on where you're going, but I think it's a perfect night fragrance. Not really on a cold day kind of fragrance, but like on a hot or spring day, this is the perfect fragrance in my opinion to wear at night. I think it's very sensual. I actually think that the projection and sillage on Love Potion is better than Carolina. Carolina is good. I really like this one. Like it's good and it lasts a long time as well. It's just this one just shook me up because my mom was able to smell it in the kitchen after I left. I mean, you know, it just left it, like the smell was just lingering around the room. So that's what makes me feel like this one is a lot stronger than this one. This one I can smell it. Like when my mom wears this, I know that she's wearing this because she passes by, especially when she sprays it in her hair and clothes. When she passes by, I can smell it and I know that she's wearing this. But this just left that lingering smell. This is a really good fragrance. Even if you've never smelled Good Girl, I recommend this one. I think it's a crowd pleaser too, and I think it's definitely a compliment getter. Last but not least, we're gonna be talking about one of my favorite one note fragrances from them. I didn't really like this at first because from smelling it from the bottle, it smells like chocolate, but not like the milky creamy chocolate that people were talking about. I didn't smell that. Honestly though, I don't even want to spray because I don't want to waste it. But Belayered, if you're watching this, please send me a sample, please. I'm kidding. I'm not really kidding. I mean, I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. You know what I mean? So, all right, I'm going to spray it just so you guys can see the sprayer on the sample. Hopefully you guys got that because I'm not spraying it again because it's a sample and I want to save as much as I can of it. But I'm going to spray it on my arm. So hopefully you guys catch that spray. Okay, so their one note fragrances are aka meant to layer with other fragrances if you want to incorporate a little bit of vanilla, chocolate, etc. to one of your fragrances, just add more depth into it, or if you want to sweeten it up a little bit, tone it down, etc. Or you can also wear them on their own. Like Geneva chocolate, I've worn it on its own. I don't have amber, but amber is another one that I would personally wear on its own. So this one, I won't say, oh my god, projection is amazing, sillage is amazing. It's not like Love Potion and First Kiss. It's not like a powerhouse by any means. But I spray this on to go to work a random cold day that we get here in Florida. And I put it on my sweater and I put it inside my shirt and I added some to my wrist. I kid you not, I was at work looking like a damn crackhead because I was in my sweater like this and I was making my coworker smell it because it smells absolutely amazing. In the beginning, it's kind of like a dark chocolate kind of vibe, and I'm not a chocolate kind of girl. Yeah, it's very dark chocolatey, but once it kind of just blends into the skin, it's absolutely amazing. It's like this creamy milk chocolatey. It's amazing. I mean, it is what it is. The name says it all. It reminds me of like hot chocolate cocoa, like the actual cocoa powder. If you have that in your house, go smell it right now. that's Geneva chocolate for you. I haven't layered this with anything, but I imagine, actually, I'm gonna layer it right now. But I feel like Love Potion, or if you have a Carolina Herrera, it would be good to go with this because this has tonka bean, or what's another one that I would layer with? Black Opium, I will layer with this. Or I would layer chocolate with Mia's Blend. Yes, yes, I would layer, yes, I would layer it with this. Oh my god. Just smelling both of them together, oh my god. And Geneva chocolate, maybe, because it's creamy and it's citrusy, like a chocolate covered orange creamsicle. Yes, yes. So okay, so I haven't layered, but now I'm thinking of all these choices that I can do with it together. All right, so that's about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Only if you enjoy the video though, no pressure. And follow me on Insta. I usually post a lot of fragrance stuff as well if you guys want. And oh, if you want to like receive their coupons and stuff, or if you guys want to be part of their fragrance community, they do have a Facebook group like I mentioned. It's very helpful. It's a really great community. I ask a lot of questions in there, or we talk about like what we're wearing for the day, stuff like that. It's a really good community. Or also Alexandria Fragrance, they also have a Facebook group. I'm part of both of those communities, and we just talk about perfumes. If you are a perfume addict like myself and like other people, you will find other perfume addicts there that you guys can connect with, etc. But with all of that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye.